A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back, everybody, to the new nerd in town. This is the new nerd. Check it out. Happy Back to the Future Day to y'all. Once again, if you don't know who this is, you're at the new nerd in town. I'm the new nerd. We're here back again for TV talk. It is such a beautiful, beautiful day or night or morning, wherever I am. It is such a great day for nerds. It is such a great week for nerds because the trailer of all trailers came out this week. That is right. The trailer of all trailers. I'll get to that in just a second, but for right now, you're probably wondering what this cool little rainbow hat is. What is this, new nerd? What is this, Dave? What is on your head? I'll tell you that right now. This is what we should be wearing according to Robert Zemeckis, Michael J. Fox, and Christopher Lloyd. If you don't know who those three people are, you need to leave right now. You need to just go. Leave the channel. Just leave me. Leave me be. Don't be here anymore. Alright? Don't be here anymore. That's right. This is the hat that Michael J. Fox wore in Back to the Future Part 2, which is actually part of Back to the Future Day. He goes back to the future, or he goes to the future. If I'm getting that right. Yeah, he goes to the future, October 21st, 2015. Guess what today's date is? Are you guessing? Is anybody guessing? That's right. It's October 21st, 2015. So, by my calculations, and I'm horrible at calculations, this is what we're supposed to be wearing nowadays. All right? All right. I'm going to take this off because it's ridiculously hot in here. Whew. Does not do well for the new nerd's hair. Oh. Soak it in, folks. Soak it in. This is what Comic-Con gets you. This is why I could not make it this Sunday. No, I'm just kidding. You guys like that? You guys like that? Can I put it there? No? Nope. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. All right, we're going to put this down. We're going to put it down now. All right. So, my wonderful audience, all you thousands of people, I do want to apologize for not being here on Sunday to do TV Talk Episode 5, which is what we're doing now. So tonight might be a mega show because I do have quite a few shows to talk about with you. I wasn't here Sunday. I was fixing my PC. Turns out when you do order cheap parts, then your computer runs cheaply. Who would have thunk, right? Right. So yeah. I bought a new part, had to install it on Sunday just so I can make sure that I'm here to stream, and I'm here to stream for you. You are the reason why I'm here. You're the reason why I do anything. I wake up in the morning and I say, boy, I wish it was Wednesday or Sunday. Because then it means I get to stream. I get to be here and do TV talk. Soak it in. So that's right. I'm also, I'm working right now we are in the beginning stages of planning a wedding. Yes, someone actually does want to marry me. And we had our first appointment. I'm just going to let you guys know right now without getting into too many details. Everything went well. So, very happy about that front. Very, very happy about that front. But anyway, on to why everyone is here. Not my personal life, not my crappy buying skills when it comes to PCs, but of course, the nerdum. And oh, has it been such a great week for both television, but for more importantly, for nerds everywhere. This past Monday night. Do you guys know where I'm going with this? I hope you do. This past Monday night, was a record evening. A record evening. And I'm not even sure if people know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, it was such a record evening because the New York Giants were doing so terrible, yet their ratings were through the roof. And the ratings were through the roof for one reason and one reason only. Yeah. I don't talk just about TV shows, ladies and gentlemen. I talk full-fledged nerdom. That is right. Ladies and gentlemen, J.J. Abrams, Lucasfilm, and Disney proudly presents the final trailer to be released before its actual showing, The Force Awakens. Star Wars Episode 7's final trailer came out Monday during the halftime show, and I gotta tell you, everybody and their mother, that's right, my mom was waiting too, for this trailer to come out. We were also waiting because that is when the ticket sales went up for the show, and I have to let you know now, you will see me in line on Thursday, December 17th at 7 p.m. at a theater to which I should not mention because you will hoard me. I will be seeing The Force Awakens. I will be there to soak in the first Star Wars movie in a decade or so. I don't know how long it's been, but it feels like it's been forever. Now, I'm not going to show the trailer because I forgot to set that up. But anyway, I'm sure everybody watching here has seen the trailer 500, maybe 600 times. Just as much as I have, maybe more, definitely maybe less. Because that show, that trailer, blew my mind. It explained so much, yet explained so little. And I'm actually excited that it explains so little. I don't like those trailers where it's just like hype. And then all of a sudden you get to the movie and you're sitting there like, well, all right, saw that in the trailer, saw that in the trailer, saw that in the trailer. So this movie was basically seen in the 2.5 minutes that we saw in the trailer. I have a feeling J.J. Abrams and the people at Lucasfilm/Disney were able to piece together such a masterful edit for this trailer that we got a great taste, kind of like a wine taste, where you get a little bit of flavor and you get to enjoy the notes and the flavors in the wine, but you don't get drunk off of it. That's exactly what we were given. And I gotta say, what I saw was just beautiful. Now, I'm not a very big visual guy. I say that as I'm not a big, like, oh, the camera angles were great. Oh, that lens flare killed me. Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, visual. I'm originally an audio guy. In fact, that's what I do in my real job. But I do appreciate when things look good, and obviously I don't appreciate them when they look that was a prime example of things looking great. And I couldn't tell you exactly what I really liked about it, only because I liked everything. Everything that he did in that trailer was just magnificent. You got to explore some new details about some characters that you met and you heard about if you watched all the panels and the interviews and you read like the magazine interviews. If you read all that and you saw all that, you got a feeling as to what the characters will be getting into. And of course, there's been rumors and there's been clippings of, oh, this person won't be in it as long, or these cast members are only being pushed to just get this people back. But this trailer was able to give the crowd, give the fans something that we have not seen quite just yet. And that is plot. Now, the plot to me seems like it's going to be somewhat close to what the plot was for Episode 1 and Episode 4. Episode 1 is the Phantom Menace, which I can't believe I'm comparing this one to the Phantom Menace, but Episode 4 is A New Hope. Now, each one of those, you had a character, one of the main characters, struggling to find out who they were. Well, one of the main characters in this trailer said, "I don't know who I'm fighting for." That seems to me like he doesn't know what he's doing. Then you have characters who feel like they're lost and feel like they need other people around them to help them get what they want. And that could be Daisy's character of Rey. But anyway, I thought the trailer was awesome. Now, I'm a villains guy. I love villains. I think they're the most relatable characters in any movie, TV show, or book, or video game, or anything. Villains just happen to do it for me. Their stories seem more real. Their stories are more adaptable to real life. And their stories actually have really good morals, rather than being an alien from another planet who will just help everyone and destroy everything in the process. Come on now, if you don't know who that is, come on. You have a character who, he just wants to take over the world because he thought his world was better than the world that he's on. That seems pretty good. He's a little homesick. A character whose beginnings you don't, a villain whose beginnings you don't really know, and they keep changing it. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. He's doing things because he wants to, because he just wants to see what would happen. He wants to see what sort of chaos would happen if he just pushed the right dominoes the wrong way, or pushed the wrong dominoes the right way. And I gotta say, in The Force Awakens, we got to see one of the villains up close. One of the villains that we previously did not know a lot of. And this villain, well, you know what, I'll just say his name because there's really no spoilers. Again, you must have seen the trailer at least once, maybe 6 times. You're out there, I know you are. But anyway, Kylo Ren, who's played by Adam Driver. If you don't know who Adam Driver is, check him out in Girls. If you don't want to watch Lena Dunham, that's perfectly fine. Go watch a movie called This Is Where I Leave You. It stars Jason Bateman, Adam Driver, Tina Fey, and I don't know the actor's name, but it's the Pennsylvania governor or senator in House of Cards. Go see that movie. It's absolutely great. It also has Jane Fonda, but Jane Fonda's Jane Fonda. But go see that movie. Adam Driver kills it in that movie. And he's going to kill it in this movie, and he's killed it in, most of the movies I've seen him in. And he's doing a great job in Girls. But The Force Awakens shows him in a character role, an actual, character. Not just a guy who's a hipster or a guy who's just got this weird quirks or something like that, or someone trying to live differently or whatnot. This guy is actually a written character. And I think what he's doing is, from what we saw, it's going to be good. It's going to be delicious. Yes, I do describe some of my villains like I describe my food. Delicious. That being said, you saw that he was going to finish what Darth Vader started. Now, Darth Vader, well, at the end of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, you notice that that Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. I should throw up the spoiler alerts, but guess what? If you haven't seen Episode 3, you've got a month and a half. That's all I'm saying. You got a month and a half. And he sort of became Emperor Palpatine's henchman. It doesn't really get, he just becomes like the scary guy in the back corner with his arms folded. That's pretty much what Darth Vader became. So he never really started anything unless there was something that he started or something that maybe Kylo Ren thought he started that he needs to finish. So that will be interesting to see. And then, of course, we notice all sorts of things that is just plot heavy, and I just can't wait to see it. And I'm fanboying, fangirling over this, and I'm absolutely excited for this to come out. I'm so tired. You know why? Because I've been watching the Force Awakens trailer instead of sleeping. Because sleeping is now second to Star Wars The Force Awakens. This is what I'm talking about. But anyway. Let's get on to why we're really here. We're really here because it's TV talk. By the way, The Force Awakens, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, does come out December 18th, 2015. And now, by my calculations, that's less than 2 months. And I'm terrible at calculations. But I would say go get your tickets now. Not every show is sold out. In fact, I'll let you in on a little secret. December 17th at 7 p.m., that's when it's really premiering. That's the show you should want to go. That's the show you want to go see. Go see it in IMAX 3D. Something about cameras and the way J.J. Abrams shot it, and you should go see it in IMAX 3D. Now, tonight, a new episode of this upcoming show is coming out. But because I didn't get to stream on Sunday, we're going to talk about last week's episode. Because I wasn't here. That was my bad. Sorry, guys. My bad. But we're going to talk about last week's episode, see how it ties into this week's episode. So that is, we're now switching over from the Marvel Disney universe back over to DC, and it is tonight's very own Arrow. So Arrow, we're getting more pieces put together. We're figuring out that these ghost military people are Hive. Who I don't know. Again, I don't really read that many comics unless the comic starts with Star Wars. Then I read the comic nearly all the time. So now we have the Green Arrow. It's wonderful. And side note, I have to say that I love everybody making fun of him for just putting a color in front of his name. I mean, that's the difference. He was the Arrow, now he's the Green Arrow. Nobody knows the difference. Nobody knows the difference. Everyone's just like, oh, really? So Arrow died, but now there's the Green Arrow. This is so cool. This is so cool. But everyone makes fun of him. Everyone who knows Oliver Queen is just making fun of him. They're like, oh, yeah, you put green on front of your name. Congratulations. You know how to do that. Wonderful. It's just so funny. It's, everyone makes fun of him, yet he's just going to continue to be the Green Arrow because that's who he is now. So you see the Green Arrow, Red Arrow, Black Canary, and Diggle. Opening scene. They're fighting these ghosts, aka Hive, and whatchamacallit. They're clicking. Green Arrow's got a huge smile on his face. Whatever, man. Whatever. Everything is good. Everybody's clicking. Everyone's having fun. Speedy's again, I touched on it on last week's episode, on episode 3, maybe I touched on this, where I think, I think that Speedy is feeling the effects of the Lazarus Pit, which they did mention in last week's episode. They did say that Speedy did go in to save her life because Ra's al Ghul killed her. So now that puts into Laurel's mind to see if she could throw her unfortunately passed sister, Sarah, who was the original Black Canary, to see if, the same thing will happen to her. Well, why would you want that? Because Oliver is seeing this noticeable decline in her character, in his sister Thea. Why would Laurel want to go through that with Sarah? Now, it's mind-boggling, but yeah, having my sibling come back to life after being killed versus violent mood swings? Yeah, sure. For MLG Mind, bro? Compromise, man. I don't know what that is. But I'll take a look at it afterwards and, put a banner for MLG Mind, bro. Major League Gaming? I would not do well in Major League Gaming. I would be best served as a referee for MLG Gaming, just for color commentary. But anyway, you see, again, Laurel is obviously doing what Oliver did, and she's accepting the fact that the violent mood swings, yeah, they may be a downside to having my sister back, but I'd rather have my sister back, and I think anyone with siblings would probably want to do the same thing. I'll take my siblings' life over my siblings' really, really poor attitude. Now, as they're clicking at the beginning of the episode, Felicity mentions that she wants a code name. And, yeah, I don't mind. Get a code name. Why doesn't she get a code name? Diggle doesn't have a code name. Come on. I mean, I think Felicity, with her new position now at Palmer Institutions or Palmer Incorporated or whatever that company is, she should be the boss. Because, congratulations, Felicity. You got a promotion. You are now in charge of Palmer Industries Incorporated, Palmer something, and you now get to fire a whole bunch of people. Wonderful. Excellent. Sounds exactly like what happens in real life. New boss? Gotta go. See you later. Getting fired. Just happened at a couple major companies, IRL. Why doesn't it happen in the comic book universe? It's just the lay of the land. But Felicity, she's now been put into the tough position of owner. And I gotta tell you, man, and women, and children, and you thousands of people out there, it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. And that someone is Felicity. So, just kidding. So while Felicity's trying to deal with that, Thea and Oliver are hit with a family friend who wants to run for mayor when apparently running for mayor is not a prize thing in Star City, because now the Green Arrow and his team have to keep this new person, this new mayor, safe. Well, that's not really worked in the past, considering they haven't had a mayor in 6 months and the last 3 of them got killed. So, good luck trying to save your family friend, who then finally decides that she's not going to do it. Why? Because her daughter was kidnapped and her daughter's fingers were broken. So, there goes that. So, yeah. So Arrow was just filled with a lot of, tough decisions for Felicity. Um, Oliver is trying to deal with Thea's slow decline and finally admits to the rest of the group what happened and why Thea is like this. Now, the group probably did notice in all that time that Oliver was missing, but they just threw it off to the fact that maybe she was just upset that Oliver wasn't there, when really it was actually some other deeper stuff that was really getting to her and getting to him. Now, for what it is, that's what's going on. Diggle finally unveiled, not released, but finally let somebody know that he has heard of this group Hive before, and he, whatchamacallit, they killed his brother. So now we know that he's got not one, but two personal conflicts that he wants to, that he has to overcome. One of which is to try to regain that trust and forgive Oliver for becoming the new Ra's al Ghul and just stepping away from Star City when he said, I can't do either. And two, cope with the fact that now he's going to get a chance to go up against the group that killed his brother. So, that comes to tonight's episode, which is airing, I think, now or in a half hour or something. But anyway, check out the Arrow. We also found out 2 weeks ago in the first episode or the second episode or one of the episodes that that Laurel's dad, the captain, is kind of in Hive's pocket, kind of, sort of thing. I don't know. Damien Dark has got something going on with him, so you could see there's going to be a lot of pushback from the captain anytime Oliver or anyone from that side of Star City wants to get in, wants to help Laurel's dad with any sort of investigations or anything like that. So, with that, we have tonight's episode, which is looking pretty good. It always looks good. Arrow's doing solid work, doing absolutely solid work. I know I kept that short, but yeah. So, with that being said, I did not get to watch American Horror Story. I know, shame on me. I watched the first episode again, and I gotta say, there was a lot going on. Now, usually there is a lot going on with that show, but it's just something really just, it just seems like the animosity of what's going on with that show, it just gets to me. So I'll watch the